Hello students, today we will discuss about chapter number 10, that is angles, some important concepts and some questions we are going to discuss. So first of all, let's take first topic, that is representation of an angle. As you can see, we are taking an angle here and we have to represent this. So in representation, you have to remember the things, that is, this is arms OA and OB are the arms of this angle and O is the vertex. This angle is formed on this vertex O. So to represent this angle, you will start with this corner A, then goes to O and then B. AOB will be the representation of this angle. Or you can start with B also, BOA. So you can write this angle like this, angle AOB, or you can write starting with this corner BOA. So these are the ways to represent this angle. Another way of representing this, that is, if the angle is formed on the vertex O, so you can simply write this angle as angle O as well. Now, as you can see here, 1 is also mentioned, so you can have one way of representing this, that is angle 1 also. So all these are the representations of this angle AOB. Now students, let's take a question of exercise 10.1. This is the given figure and question is, observe the figure and answer the following questions. First is, name the angle denoted by angle O. Name the angle denoted by angle O. So as you can see, the angle O is this angle AOC. Angle O is this complete angle AOC. So name the angle denoted by angle O will be angle AOC. So solution of first part will be angle AOC, because this is angle O. You can see on the screen, figure is given. So this is angle O, this complete angle, and this can be represented by angle AOC, or you can write COA as well. So I have written AOC. Now the second is, what is the other way of representing angle 2? So observe the figure. Where is angle 2? This is the angle 2 between OA and OB. So you will write AOB or BOA. So angle 2 can be represented as angle AOB or angle BOA. In both the ways you can represent angle 2. Now part C, what is angle 1 equals to angle AOC? So angle 1 is here, but it is between OB and OC, so it can be represented as BOC, but this not equals to AOC. So answer C. Question is asking about angle 1 is equal to AOC or not. So answer will be no, because this is equal to BOC. So this is the first question of this exercise, which is based on representing the angle. Now students, our next concept is interior, exterior and boundary of an angle. So you can see I am taking this angle, this is acute angle AOB. In the case of acute angle, the interior region will be this part. This will be the interior part of an angle. Interior part, it can extend in this direction. As you extend the rays, this interior part will be extended, and this part will be the exterior part. This part will be the exterior part which lies outside the which lies outside the arms of this angle. But in the case of reflex angle, this is reflex angle, as you can see, this is the reflex angle. This part will become the interior part. This part will become the interior part, and this one is known as exterior, just opposite of the case of acute angle. So this is the interior part and this will be the exterior part, because this angle is ranging this side to this side. So this will be the interior part. All this part is interior part and this one is exterior part. And this ABC, this black boundary, is known as boundary of the angle. Boundary. And same with this case, this is also the boundary of this angle. So this is the concept of interior, exterior and boundary of an angle. One more thing in this, the region on the interior of an angle along its boundary, interior region and boundary, is known as angular region. So interior along with boundary is known as angular region, is known as angular region of an angle. In both the cases, whether it is acute or whether it is obtuse, it doesn't matter. Interior plus boundary is known as angular region. Let's take an example to understand this concept. An angle is given here, AOB, and some points are also given. You have to write interior points. First of all, interior points. So as we know, this is the acute angle and interior region will be this. So point C and point K will be the interior points, because we can extend these rays. We can extend these rays, so K will be lie in this region, that is interior region. So interior points will be C, K. Now the exterior points will lie outside this region. So D and F will be our exterior points. Now the boundary points are point A, O, G, B. A, O, G, B. You have to put commas in between them because we are writing points. Now the angular region, as we have discussed, interior plus boundary is known as angular region. So interior points CK and boundary points AOGB. Let's combine them. C, K, A, O, G and B. All these points lie in the angular region. So this is our complete topic of interior, exterior and boundary of an angle. Now student, our next concept is adjacent angles. Adjacent angles is about the pair of angles. So in this we have to study about the two angles together. So there are some conditions have to be fulfilled by the two angles, then they will be said to be adjacent angles. Like first, they have a common vertex. Second is they have a common arm. Third, their non-common arms lie on the opposite side of the common arm. So let's understand this concept. Now you can see we are having two angles as AOB and BOC. We are having two angles AOB and BOC, which shares a common vertex, that is O. This is the common vertex. Common vertex O. If you write their name AOB and BOC, so you can see there is a common vertex. So common vertex is O, and they are also having the common arm, which is OB. This OB is shared by both of them. Angle AOB is also consisting this ray OB, and this angle BOC is also having this OB ray. So this OB is known as common arm. This is known as common arm. Now look at the conditions. They have a common vertex. Yes. They have a common arm. Yes. Now the third condition is their non-common arms lie on the opposite side of the common arm. This is the common arm, and these two, OA and OC, are the non-common arm which are on the opposite side of this common arm. OA and OC are on the opposite side of this common arm. Common arm is in between them. ये common arm इन दोनों के बीच में है, and OA and OC दोनों opposite directions में. So all conditions are fulfilled by these two angles AOB and BOC. That's why these two angles are adjacent. So we can write AOB and BOC are adjacent angles. Adjacent angles. So these two angles are adjacent. Friends, we are taking a question of exercise 10.3. That is question number 1. To understand the concept of complementary angles and supplementary angles. Complementary angles and supplementary angles always exist in pairs. It means there will be two angles. Like for complementary angles, any two angles, and if their sum is 90 degree, then they are said to be complementary. It means there will be two angles and their sum will be 90 degree. So these angles are known as complementary angles. And in the case of supplementary, their sum will be 180 degree. So in this question, an angle is complement of a 78 degree angle. What is the measure of this angle? एक एंगल दूसरे एंगल का कॉम्प्लीमेंट है और वो 78 डिग्री है, तो हमें एंगल बताना है. An angle is complement of a 78 degree angle. So how we can find we will write sum of the complementary angles. Sum of complementary angles will be 90 degree, and measure of one angle is 78 degree. Then measure of another angle, so we will call this angle required. Measure of the required angle will be 90 degree minus 78 degree. If we subtract 78 from the 90, then we will get the measure of the other angle, that is 12 degree. So you can write the answer statement also. The measure of the required angle is 12 degree. We can convert this question into supplementary concept. So solution for the second, we are taking this case into supplementary angle. So sum of supplementary angles, you can write sum of measure of supplementary angles also. Statement can be vary. Supplementary angles, you can write the statement in many ways. So sum of supplementary angles equals to 180 degree. Measure of one angle or first angle or given angle, whatever you feel convenient with, you can write. Measure of one angle, then measure of required angle, other angle, or the second angle. Measure of other angle. This time I will write other angle. So you will subtract 78 from 180 degree. Then you will get 102 degree. So answer statement will be the measure of the required angle. The measure of the required angle is 102 degree in the case of supplementary. So by this question you can understand the concept of complementary and supplementary angles. Thank you. So students, now we are starting our new topic, and the topic is construction of an angle using a protractor. So this is your protractor, and if you observe your protractor carefully, then you will get to know there are two semicircles. First is the inner and second one is outer. So if we observe inner circle, then 0 starts from the right hand side, 0, 10, 20 up to 90, 100, 110 and goes to 180 degree. In the similar way, for the outer circle, 0 starts from the left hand side, not the right hand side. In the outer semicircle, 0 starts from the left hand side and goes 0, 10, 20 to 90 degree, 100, 110, 120 to 180 degree. Now there is a confusion for drawing an angle with using a protractor. Which semicircle we have to use for drawing an angle? So I suggest you, for drawing an angle using a protractor, forget about the semicircles. Always remember two things. First one is your acute angle always lie between 0 and 90 degree. It means acute angles always greater than 0 and less than 90 degree. So if I write for the acute angle, your acute angle greater than 0 and less than 90 degree, greater than 0 degree and less than 90 degree, and for obtuse angle greater than 90 degree and less than 180 degree, and you know right angle equals to 90 degree. So these are the things you already know. Now we are going to use these properties for drawing an angle using a protractor. Now you note down a point, an important point, and that is acute angle always lie inside the baseline. This is first point, and the second point is obtuse angle always lies outside the baseline. Now these 2 points I will clear with the help of an example. Now first example is draw the angle of 50 degree with the help of protractor. So first of all you will draw a baseline or base ray. This is our base ray. You can name it as OA. OA is our base ray. Now place your protractor like this. Midpoint of the baseline of protractor should coincide with point O like this and overlap the ray OA like this. Now first of all I ask you the angle 50 degree, acute or obtuse. As you know, acute angle always lies between 0 and 90 degree, and 50 degree is less than 90 degree. So this is acute angle. And remember the first point, acute angle always lie inside the baseline. So this is baseline. It means if you are drawing an angle of 50 degree to the point O, then ray will lie inside the baseline, not outside. It always lie inside the baseline. So in to right hand side your angle of 50 degree lie. So if you place your protractor like this, now look at to this side only. Now look for 50 degree angle. So this is 50 degree, this is 130 degree, but now you have to draw 50 degree. So you will observe 50 degree and mark a point here, and then join this point like this. You will get an angle of 50 degree. This is the angle of 50 degree. As you can see, this is an acute angle, and this ray OB lies inside the baseline, not outside. Some students will draw this angle like this. I will explain you. Again, draw a baseline. This is your baseline. Point O, you can name it as X. Now they will place the protector like this and look for 50 degree, and 50 degree they will find here, mark the point, and they will join this point to this point O like this, and they will think they will get 50 degree angle, but this is wrong. As you can see, this ray lie outside this baseline, and remember the second point, obtuse angle always lie outside the baseline, and 50 degree angle is not the obtuse angle, this is acute angle. So always remember these 2 points, then you will never confuse about the 2 semicircle of your protector. आपको बस इतना याद रखना है कि मेरा एंगल एक्यूट बेसलाइन के इनसाइड आएगा, and your obtuse angle always lie outside the baseline. So this is not the 50 degree angle. This is not 50 degree angle. As you can see, this is an obtuse angle. So place your protector and look for obtuse angle, and obtuse angle you can see 130 degree. So this angle is of 130 degree, not 50 degree. So you can write here 130 degree. So this angle is of 130 degree. So we can write the name of the angle AOB equals to 50 degree, which is an acute angle, and this is angle XOY, which is angle 130 degree, obtuse angle. So always remember these 2 points. You will never confuse about the semicircles of your protector. Now we are taking one more example. Now you have to draw angle 135 degree, and as you can see, angle 135 degree is greater than 90 degree. So we have already discussed obtuse angle greater than 90 degree and less than 180 degree. So this angle is obtuse angle. And remember second point, obtuse angle always lie outside the baseline. So this angle will be drawn to outside the baseline. So first of all, draw baseline. And this is your baseline. Of any length you can draw. Basically this is the ray OA. Now you have to draw angle of 135 degree, and we know this angle is obtuse, so will lie outside the baseline to this direction, not this direction. Always lie outside the baseline because this is obtuse angle. So place your protector like this. This baseline should overlap ray OA. Now look for 135 degree angle. 135 degree angle to the outside, not the inside. तो ये part आप छोड़ दो. Look at this part. 130 and 140. 135 lies between 130 and 140. 135 lies between 130 and 140. So this is your 135. 135. Now join these 2 points. You will get the angle of 135 degree. As you can see, the ray is going outside the baseline because this is obtuse angle. So this is 135. This point is B. So you can write BOA or AOB. You can write AOB as well. Both are equal to 135 degree. Some students will write as angle O equals to 135 degree. This is also correct. So angle BOA or AOB or angle O all are equals to 135 degree because all are the same thing. Now we can draw 135 degree angle, which is an obtuse angle, to the right side point also, like this. If we have a ray, base ray, like this time arrowhead is on the left hand side and the starting point or end point on the right hand side O. This is A. Now 135 degree angle is an obtuse angle. So remember the second point. Second point was obtuse angle always lie outside the baseline. Outside the baseline, not inside. Acute angle always lie inside, but obtuse angle always lie outside. So use your protractor like this. Cover the baseline. Now look for 135 degree angle, but outside the baseline. 135 degree angle lies between 130 and 140. So this is 135 angle. Mark this point and now join these 2 points with the help of ruler like this. This is the ray OB and this is your angle 135 degree, which is obtuse. As you can see, the ray OB lies outside the baseline. So in this way you can also draw 135 degree angle, and the name of the angle is angle AOB or BOA equals to 135 degree. Now next question is 70 degree, which is an acute angle. Acute angle less than 90 degree, greater than 0 degree, and according to our first note, acute angle always lie inside the baseline. So if we draw a baseline or base ray like this, arrowhead on the left hand side, this point on the right hand side, OX is your baseline. Now use your protractor, and as you know 70 degree is an acute angle, will be lie inside the baseline, not outside. So use your protractor, cover the baseline and look for the 70 degree angle. Now 70 degree angle on the both side. If you look for inner circle, 70 degree to outside, and if you look outer circle, then 70 degree is on the inner side. But I have told you, forget about the circles, always look for inside and outside, and this is the acute angle, so look for inside. Acute angle always lie inside the baseline. So this is your 70 degree angle. Now join these 2 points and you will get the angle of 70 degree. This is OY. OY. This angle will be of 70 degree. And you can write the name of this angle XOY equals to angle YOX equals to 70 degree. So this is your 70-degree angle which is acute. As you can see, the ray OY is going inside the baseline, not outside the baseline. So in this way, you can draw your angles with the help of your protector without using the semicircles of the protector as given here. Always remember those 2 points. I hope this video will help you to draw the angles. Thank you.